or something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen, and laundry appliances, and more. Call for your free quote today. Call in the next 5 minutes and get your first month free. 800-418-1754. 800-418-1754.
We begin tonight with some breaking news in downtown Marquette, where a man is now in custody after a potential threat at City Hall. Police got on scene around 4 p.m. today and cleared out just about an hour later. Our reporter who was there says the sheriff's office reported a man carrying a gun inside City Hall, where the city's government and police offices are. A sheriff's deputy tells us authorities were able to get the gun away from him and take him into custody. Now, it's unclear at this time what led up to this situation, but no injuries were reported. WZMQ will continue to update this story as more information becomes available. Turning our attention now to weather. We are feeling quite a bit warmer today.
We're feeling warmer, and it's going to get even warmer the next couple of days as we take a look here at the National Weather Service, the map that they're showing here. 90 to 100% chance of us being above normal temperatures for this week. I'll show you when the hottest days are going to be, but we'll be in that 30 to 40 range. Again, the majority of the UP warming up. I've got the latest on any weather that's headed our way, including a wintry mix coming up.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Developing now, a Laurium couple faces child pornography charges. Michigan State Police Computer Crimes Unit says 43-year-old William Horner and 42-year-old Stacy Horner were arrested for 2 counts each of aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material and 2 counts each of using a computer to commit a crime. The 2 were arrested following an investigation that began when police learned they were viewing child porn on the internet. They were arraigned in Houghton County District Court last Friday. If convicted, they each face up to 10 years in prison for the child sexually abusive material charges and 10 years for the computer crimes charges. One person is arrested after a shooting in Delta County Sunday. Few details are known at this time, but the Delta County Sheriff's Office says they responded to a report of a gunshot at an Escanaba Township residence. A 28-year-old suspect has been arrested and lodged at the county correctional facility. The victim was flown to UP Health System Marquette, where police say he remains in stable condition. No further information is being released at this time pending his arraignment. WZMQ will update this story as more information becomes available. An update tonight on suspected embezzlement at Marquette Senior High School. Police say a Marquette woman is now under arrest and facing charges. 44-year-old Stacy Kangas is charged with felony embezzlement of $100,000 or more. It's a crime punishable by up to 20 years in prison, $50,000 in fines, or 3 times the amount embezzled. In a statement from the Marquette Area Public School District, Kangas was previously employed in the athletics department. Kangas posted bond of $2,500 and is due back in court February 26th. The MAPS administrative team says it has started the process of establishing more effective internal controls following the incident. You can read the district's full statement at WZMQ19.com. Meanwhile, happening right now, the Marquette Area Public School Board is choosing a new nickname for the high school. After hundreds of submissions from the community and speaking with students, the Board of Education narrowed down the list to 3 names: Reds, Red Jackets, and Sentinels. The board is meeting right now. We do have a reporter there. WZMQ will provide updates on the decision on WZMQ19.com and our newscast at 11:10 Central. We have new details tonight from the Delta County Airport. The airport manager says it is officially out of crisis mode, but he says there's still a lot of work ahead. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the details.
Since taking on the role of manager in October, Robert Ranstadler has been working to resolve the Delta County Airport's compliance issues with the Federal Aviation Administration.
I submitted approximately 600 to 700 documents. I primarily spent the bulk of my time over the past few months recovering records, going back and redocumenting training or maintenance events that were just not correctly documented. In some cases, I actually had to create new processes or training evolutions or retrain some of our personnel to meet annual training requirements.
Randstadler expects a favorable response within the next few weeks, and the county board's hired attorney will now begin his investigation into Randstadler's original report on the crisis in December.
There has been a lot of talk lately about my credibility as a manager. It talks about that report being debunked or in some way being false. So I do think it'd be valuable to have a third party come in and take a look at that report.
In the meantime, the airport's passenger facility charge, or PFC account, remains an ongoing issue. Randstadler says the federal government mistakenly gave the airport more money than was allocated for past improvement projects.
In turn, someone took that money and then delivered it to the contractors and the consultants.
The airport is now tasked with repaying that overpayment plus interest for a total of nearly $38,000. Randstadler plans to host a meeting with all parties involved in the PFC account to solve the issue and to prevent future problems.
I'm not claiming that any one particular party is at fault. I think everyone has an individual responsibility, and we could probably just improve the general communication between all those departments so we don't repeat the same mistakes in the future.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
The state's first budget deadline for the 2025 fiscal year is fast approaching. While the governor prepares her draft for the legislature, UP representatives are hoping to see more funding designated for the Upper Peninsula. In particular, funding for road commissions in the western UP that still need money for repairs caused by flooding last spring. The commissions have been denied emergency funding by FEMA, but still have over $20 million worth of damages to address.
My hope is that, we can bring money to the UP for UP-based projects that are desperately needed.
The road commissions in a number of different western UP counties need to do road repair.
Right now, the emergency managers are meeting and the road commissions and deciding what their final ask is going to be.
Once the governor submits her first budget proposal in February, the House and Senate will continue work in committee. The final proposal must be approved by September. A Marquette area nonprofit is asking the community to help donate aluminum cans. Habitat for Humanity is looking for recyclable cans to be donated at the Restore in Harvey. The donated cans will be returned for cash, which will go to help fund their programs that build houses, repair houses, or build ramps for houses.
If you come and donate the aluminum cans here, again, they go to improve homes, to build homes, to improve communities, to improve neighborhoods, and put people in decent, affordable housing.
The Restore is also accepting Toddick's Marketplace Foods receipts, where they will receive a portion of the receipt as a donation. Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, Life in the 906. Jim Koski is here to talk about how our upbringing really shapes our decisions in life. And later, where you can step back in time and play some classic arcade games and fill your stomach too. We're checking out a new pub in downtown Marquette. We're back in 2 minutes.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
Here's an exclusive sneak peek of Fire Country.
We had a deal, Dad. You get to visit no one else.
Odie, you make a confession that you and I both knew was false, and you brought in here for 6 months without explaining it. Why? You're in here doing time for drugs you didn't even do, man.
Doesn't matter what I did or didn't do. I'm where I belong now.
Fire Country returns, part of CBS Premiere Week after Super Bowl 58 on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
January is custom month at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. In January, we'll waive our $395 design fee. Custom month at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette.
Richardson Jewelers.
From all of us at the top, thank you for watching CBS and WZMQ 19.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture. Happy New Year from Shunks of Marquette. It's January. Out with the old and in with the new. There's thousands of items that we have to clear out to make room. There's clearance items in every department. There's big discounts on mattresses from Serta, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. And big savings on living room from Smith Brothers, Flexsteel, England, and Lazy Boy. And there's huge savings in Amish dining room and bedroom. And reclining furniture, nobody gives you more choices than Shunk Furniture Marquette. Over 300 recliners in stock. Shop Shunks today.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
Well, our winds have calmed down a little bit. That's not the big story, but this is what we're looking at right now. North and westerly winds. We'll see that for pretty much the rest of the week. Tonight, our lows around 15 to 25, mostly cloudy skies and some chances, of course, of flurries coming off of the lake, especially for the northern half of the UP. And heads up for the eastern half and along that Wisconsin border, some patchy freezing drizzle. There I go again. Frizzle are possible. So just be aware of that this evening. Into the morning, you could have a slick commute there. Wintry mixes are also possible on Tuesday, more likely on our Wednesday, though, and those temperatures slowly creeping up. We could be close to 40 degrees later in the week. Let's take a look at Manistee. So we'll be about 30 degrees there tomorrow, close to 35, and then Friday, about 38 degrees. So that'll be your warmest day down south. Now, the past couple of hours, we've been fairly dry, but like I said, some snow showers off of the lake there. Lake enhanced flurries are expected for the next couple of days. Most of that, though, is going to be focused, especially in the morning up there in Houghton. And we could see some in the afternoon down by Manistee or between Manistee and Escanaba. But other than that, we're looking at fairly cloudy conditions into our midweek here. Maybe a chance of sunshine here and there, but other than that, it's going to be warmer, cloudy for a few more days. Tonight, our lows, like I mentioned, about 15 to 25, and we'll see that change for the highs. Oh, the No Cayman is also coming up this week on Friday and Saturday. If you need more information, you can go to our website or go to nocaymanon.com because there are some different starting locations and ending locations, but basically pick up your packet. They're recommending on Friday night from 5 to 10 at the Dome here, Superior Dome at NMU, but those highs around 34 on Friday, 37 on Saturday. So make sure you dress in those layers because you'll probably need to whip them off as you are cruising along. But good luck to everybody that's participating, and volunteers probably still needed. 7-day outlook for Marquette, possibly snow tomorrow and chances of freezing rain or frizzle. 30 is our high, then we'll see about 36 the next day, and then 36 for the next couple of days after that. Like I mentioned, that No Cayman on Friday and Saturday in Marquette County. And then we are going to be still even warmer on Saturday. 38 is our expected high. Got to give a shout out to Mitchell Reif for actually getting a shot of Orhenge here at the Ordock in Marquette's Lower Harbor. If you've got shots like this, please send them my way. I've got Escanaba's Outlook coming up in about 15.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Sports is on the way next. Mike, what's the big story tonight?
Well, doggone it, we just missed the Upper Bowl by that much for an NFC Championship game. We'll look at the Lions and Packers from over the weekend when we return.
It's all about people.
Last season on Ghosts.
Oh my God.
What?
I think one of the ghosts just left.
What? Who?
I have no idea.
But on February 15th,
No one's in here. I'll check the library.
Okay, I'll check the kitchen.
we'll finally learn which of our dearly departed departed.
Library's empty.
I can't see ghosts. I don't know why I went in there.
Find out when Ghosts returns, part of CBS Premiere Week after Super Bowl 58 on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Buckle's Party Store. It's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet. It's where the party starts for everyone.
It's time to clear out the showroom for Kirkish Furniture's January clearance sale. Find year-end savings in every department all month long. Furniture, mattresses, appliances, and flooring. Shop Kirkish Furniture's January clearance sale while supplies last.
What's happening in Washington affects you directly here in the Upper Peninsula. I'm Rachel Knapp.
And I'm Brendan Scanlon. We track the issues and positions of the elected lawmakers you send to Washington.
We're on Capitol Hill every day reporting on what you care about most.
Education, your money, student loans, health care, safety, and privacy.
Coverage you can count on live from our bureau in America's capital.
Only here on WZMQ 19 News.
First Bank, where it's all about people.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
And occasionally me. Hi, I'm Mike Ludlum. The Detroit Lions have reached the NFC Championship game for the first time since 1991. The loud crowd certainly helped make the Tampa Bay Buccaneers uncomfortable at times, and Detroit made enough plays when it counted in the divisional contest. You knew Jared Goff would have to have a very good day for the Lions in this one, and he would. Pick it up in the second quarter, tied at 3. Goff, looking to the back of the end zone, will find Josh Reynolds. That one's good for 9 yards, and the Lions would take a 10-3 lead. Tampa Bay doinked the field goal from 50 yards. We'll jump to the third quarter, and look out! Here comes Aiden Hutchinson, sacking Baker Mayfield. That took the Bucs out of field goal range. Detroit gets the ball back, tied at 10, and a 3rd and 1. Oh, not going to run for it, and there is Brock Wright wide open. Cute little move right there. He's good for 29 yards inside the 25. That would eventually set up 4th and 1 to go and goal, and Craig Reynolds gets the handoff. Hey, anybody can score, right? From 1 yard, you would think. Lions go up 17-10. Buccaneers tied it on a touchdown pass from Mayfield, and Jahmyr Gibbs in the fourth quarter just leaves people in the dust. Good for 29 yards and a touchdown. Lions lead again. However, Tampa Bay would drive but not be successful. Then Goff will find Amon-Ra St. Brown in the back corner. That one's good for 20 yards, and even though Tampa Bay scored again, Goff went 30 of 43 for 287 yards and 2 touchdowns. Detroit wins 31-23.
Easy about it, and to be able to win in the playoffs and do what we did, that group of guys, we get guys like, Frank, man, battling for the injury, get back out there and help us win a game. It just, it speaks volumes to the type of guys we got and the character. And, Derek Barnes comes away with a huge pick there at the end, game on the line, and, I thought our defense played outstanding.
Those fans are special, near and dear to my heart, and mean a ton to me, the support, and not just for me, though, but for our whole team, and yeah, experiencing that is cool.
The Lions' record is 15-4. Dan Campbell's club travels to Santa Clara, California for the NFC Championship game next Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central Time. You can see that game on Fox. Meanwhile, the coulda, woulda, shoulda game on the West Coast between the Packers and the 49ers. We'll pick this one up in quarter number 3. Jordan Love fakes the short pass and goes deep. The Bo Melton tap, gets the feet in bounds, 19 yards, and the Packers take a 13-7 lead. However, San Francisco would respond in the third quarter. Handoff goes to Christian McCaffrey. He finds a hole, gets around Darnell Savage, and 39 yards later, he is in the end zone. Extra point was good, 14-13 San Francisco. Green Bay says, don't leave us out of this one. Jordan Love, Tucker Kraft, 2 yards, 2-point conversion, good. 21 for 34 was Love, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Packers could have taken a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter, but darn it, Anders Carlson missed a 41-yard field goal. Might have been wind pushed, hard to tell. So it's a 4-point lead, and just over a minute to go. McCaffrey goes 6 yards for the touchdown, and an interception sealed it. 49ers won 24-21, a heartbreaker for Matt LaFleur.
We fully believed and fully expected to win this game, and give San Francisco credit. They made more plays in some of those critical situations down the stretch. It's a tough football team, but I felt like we had plenty of opportunities to kind of put the game out of reach, and unfortunately just didn't do enough.
The Packers end the season 10-9, and with the youngest team in the league, plenty of promise for the future. So a couple of good ball games on the divisional side in the NFC. We'll see what happens next weekend from there.
Well, Mike, thank you very much. We've got a breaking news development to let you know about. Our reporter at the Marquette Area Public School Board meeting has just informed me that the board has voted the name Sentinels for the new high school's nickname, or for the high school's new nickname. Again, the MAPS board voted for Sentinels as the new nickname. We will have a full report on that tonight at 11:10 Central, but still ahead tonight, Life in the 906. Jim Koski is sharing his take on how one's upbringing really shapes the decisions they make later on in life. And later, Back in Style, the new pub in downtown Marquette that's throwing it back a few decades. But first, here's your Upers United volunteer opportunity of the day. The Nakamanon Ski Marathon takes place this weekend, and that includes the Junior No-K on Friday. And they are looking for some volunteers to help run the concession stands from 3 to 6 p.m. It's at the Alqual Recreation Area in Ishpeming. To sign up to be a volunteer or check out other opportunities, just head to upersunited.com. We'll take a break and be right back.
Are you trying to save money but keep getting knocked down? With Peninsula Federal Credit Union certificates, you can get back on your feet. And it's easy to open your certificate online or on the mobile app. You can skate your way right into savings. Skate on by today or give us a call at 906-789-6400.
Peninsula Federal Credit Union, lighting the way.
Save big money now at Menards. DuraClean is an interior paint and primer in one with Stay Clean technology, so your home stays beautiful longer. Get a gallon for $19.97 after $8 rebate. Give your space the Platinum treatment with Platinum Plus interior paint. Its stain shield technology protects your spaces with a performance you'd expect from a luxury paint. Pick up a gallon for only $39.89. Also, don't forget to check out Ironside, Dutch Boy's Color of the Year.
Save big money at Menards.
Tonight, a special edition of Evening News live from New Hampshire, where Nora O'Donnell leads team coverage as voters prepare for tomorrow's primary. Plus, how Democrats are leaning into reproductive rights to rally voters on the CBS Evening News.
This is home for CBS. WZMQ 19.
A world at your fingertips gives you the advantage. Scan this right now. Weather, local news, community events, amazing video. It's cool. It's all yours. It's free. And it's on demand. Do it. Download the app from 19 News. Now you know. Scott Minshaw reports at 6 at 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Let's reflect on our life in the 906. And Jim, it was a very big weekend for a lot of you.
It certainly was. Now, first of all, have you ever noticed that a lot of the things that we as Upers do are because of how we were brought up? I mean, think of it this way. You're either ketchup or gravy because that's how your parents did it. The same goes for whether you hunt and fish or bike and ski, or whether you take M28 or US 2 to head downstate. Those family traditions also extend to something that was very important to people the past few weekends, as Lutz just said, whether you're a Packers fan or a Lions fan. In the UP, you're one or the other. For instance, my brother and I were raised Lions fans, and his 7-year-old son is now prone to making statements like, "The Packers suck." And I'm sure that if 7-year-old Abel has a kid one day, that child will be, like previous generations, a Lions fan, because that might be the one UP family tradition that you can't break. Now, I'm actually agnostic on the issues these days. I mean, it's easy to be a Upper Packers fan. The team's on TV every week, and for 30 years, they've been really good. But to be raised a Lions fan up here, Well, you may go weeks without seeing them on TV. And the team has been so bad for so long that several generations of Upers have been able to learn firsthand what the word masochist means. The Packers have won 4 Super Bowls. The Lions' last championship was in 1957, which is like forever ago. To put it in perspective, only 14% of current Upers were even alive the last time Detroit won it all. If that championship were a person, it would be retired on Social Security and living in Florida. Now, if the team does beat San Francisco next week and makes it to the Super Bowl, I have a feeling the entire state will explode from decades of pent-up frustration, with multiple generations of fans weeping in their straws and wishing that their grandparents had lived to see the miracle. Such is the power of a tradition passed down in UP families. And if that tradition raised you a Lions fan, keep your fingers crossed. You could soon be boldly going where no one has gone since 1957. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
You know, I'm kind of with you, Jim. I'm not really one or the other. I'm not Packers, Lions. I'm from Indianapolis, so I don't really care for either of the teams, but I'll let you know, it feels really cool to have your team win one, so I'm pretty happy for Lions fans.
Yeah, and in fact, like I said, I'm agnostic, yet silver and blue, so.
We got it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Jim. Arcade machines have been around for decades, but of course in recent years they've kind of been pushed to the side for the new age of gaming. WZMQ's Mitchell Reif visited a new retro pub in Marquette that aims to bring old traditions of gaming back in style.
A new business, much like a video game, can bring campaigns of challenge and many obstacles to overcome. Four Swords Retro Pub is a new arcade bar in Marquette, and the owners, Anthony and Sadie Lewis, have always had quite an interest in video games.
We both love video games. I have a large collection of video games to the point where they were starting to overflow in my space.
A lot of these games are made in Japan, and to tie in with the gaming aspect of the pub, they also serve bowls of ramen along with other Japanese-inspired dishes.
So we're serving a tonkatsu ramen. That's going to be a pork and chicken broth. It comes with chazu, which is a sliced pork belly on top.
I think it's an awesome idea. I mean, everybody loves ramen, and arcades are something that's severely lacking nowadays, so.
The owners host theme nights like Mario Kart and cosplay nights, aiming to bring more people entertainment and a place to relax and eat. From an early age, Anthony has been collecting and fixing old gaming consoles, from Asteroids, original Street Fighter games, and even a Nintendo 64. The owners say the classic games are important to keep around.
Here we have our classic CRTs. We got the Sega Dreamcast hooked up on here with the fight sticks.
Over the years, you know, Street Fighter, all of the machines, the fighting games pretty much have been renovated more or less by me. But like you said, they don't make them anymore, so these things will cease to exist at some point, so we're just going to keep them alive as long as we can.
Tradition is far from over at the new gaming bar, and the owners say this is only the beginning of their business-owning quest. Mitchell Reif, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
Will be a bit warmer than average this week, although it still will be cold. Air has the outlook on the way.
Vaccines play a major part in protecting your health. For years, they've prevented the spread of diseases like polio, tetanus, influenza, hepatitis, measles, chickenpox, mumps, and the list goes on. COVID-19 has joined that list. Please protect your family, friends, and neighbors by staying up to date on your COVID-19 vaccines. If you've not already been vaccinated, dial 211 if you need any assistance with getting your COVID vaccination.
Now you can leave home and leave the tanks behind with Inogen, the portable oxygen concentrator that moves with you.
This little box changed my life. I can now do all those things that I want to do. You just press the button here, and there's my oxygen.
Inogen portable oxygen systems are small and light and deliver up to 12 hours of medical-grade oxygen on a single charge.
Now that I've got my Inogen, I've got my freedom back. I'm back to living again.
Try an Inogen system free for 14 days.
Call now.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-7007. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-7007 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
I had a brain aneurysm in the year 2000 here. No one was going to hire someone that had a disability or whatever. I went through a program here at Goodwill well over 20 years ago, and they hired me as soon as I was able to come back to work. They hired many people with disabilities and stuff and get them back into the workforce. My favorite thing I work at Marquette Goodwill is just interacting with the people. It's great atmosphere here and great people here. Goodwill treats everyone really good. So it's like a second chance almost, I was going to say. It really gets you back on your feet.
Shop and donate to your local Goodwill.
While conditions are looking fairly clear at the moment, we'll expect some flurries this evening into our morning and chances of freezing drizzle. So be prepared for that for your commutes this evening and tomorrow. Those temperatures tomorrow, 25 to 35. We are warming up as we cruise along this week. Your 7-day outlook for Escanaba will have 36 the next day, 37 on Friday.
That's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 11:10 Central.
It is now a two-person race.